Hello guys, welcome to chuunibyou-kun. In this video, we are going to talk about Part 3 of the top 50 Isekai anime come so far. If you didn't watch previous parts yet, you will find the link in my description. But before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification for more uploads. So without any further ado, let's get started. Number 30, combatants will be dispatched. A guy who has been working for Kisaragi, an evil organization bent on world domination, is sent to conquer, or at least, begin the conquest of, another planet, which turns out to be a medieval-style fantasy world. Some people say it's not an isekai, but it's still very much similar to an isekai full of the things you love about the genre. It is a very entertaining anime to watch. As a big fan of the Konosuba series, I found this anime to be very entertaining to watch because the story was written by the same author. Number 29, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Takuma Sakamoto is a hikikomori gamer who is mysteriously transported to the virtual world of his favorite MMORPG, Cross Reverie, with the appearance of his own character in the game, the Demon Lord Diablo. I would recommend it personally. An excellent comedy of a NEET who becomes a demon lord. It's got a lot of humor and over-the-top eroticism, but I still think it has a good story. And it's far from hentai, just to make it clear. Number 28, Wonder Egg Priority. The series follows Ioto, a junior high school student who is temporarily not attending school following the suicide of her close friend Koito Nagas. During the late-night walk, Ai is guided by a mysterious voice to a deserted arcade, where she finds a gachapon machine that dispenses a Wonder Egg. It's more like psychological horror story than isekai, but there are a few isekai events too, so I decided to include this anime to list. A story without enough depth. And this is ultimately my main problem with Wonder Egg Priority. It simply took on far too many elements, ideas, and story threads to constrain itself within 12 episodes. But the story is something else entirely, that's for sure. If you want to see something different, then you should watch it. Number 27. The saint's magic power is omnipotent. Say, a 20-year-old office worker is whisked away to a whole new world. Unfortunately for Sei, the ritual that summoned her, meant to produce a saint who would banish the dark magic, brought two people over instead of one. And everyone prefers the second girl over Sei. Objectively speaking, the story is mostly uneventful, slow, and not that great, but for me, it was still enjoyable female-centric isekai series. It isn't super exciting, but doesn't do anything wrong. Number 26, in another world with my smartphone, 15-year-old Tuiya Machizuki is accidentally killed by God. As an apology, God allows him to be resurrected, but since he cannot send him back to his old world, he instead reincarnates him into a fantasy world along with a single special request. Everything about this anime is shallow from the plot to the characters, but it's good popcorn entertainment if you don't want to invest too much in a show. By keeping things light and not taking themselves too seriously, the anime has some charm to it. Great if you just want some entertainment after a stressful day. Number 25, Infinite Dendrogram. In the year 2043, Infinite Dendrogram, the world's first successful full-dive VR MMO, was released. With some help from his experienced older brother, Shu, and his partner Embryo, Ryaiji embarks on an adventure into the world of Infinite Dendrogram. All in all, Infinite Dendrogram is a nice game-based anime, but overall it's just that for me. It's not bad, but not certainly amazing either. I have mixed feelings about this anime, that's why it ends up in the middle of this list. Number 24, Arifureta. From commonplace to world's strongest, the series follows Hajime Nagumo, who is transported to another world with the rest of his class, but receives only the most average of magical abilities, forcing him to fight to improve himself. I found it entertaining and fun. The characters are likable, the story is easy to follow, and it mixes things up from time to time. Watch it or not, to me it was worth it. Number 23, So I'm a Spider, So What? In a world where the battle between hero and demon lord repeated itself time and time again, an enormous space-time spell misfired and hit a certain Japanese high school class on Earth, killing everyone in it. However, guided by what seemed to be a miracle, the students were all reincarnated into that other world. If you like action, comedy, character development, suspense, and reincarnation-themed anime, this is a great show. But it gets confusing in the end because of the unexplained timeline. Number 22, Sword Art Online. The story of the first season follows the adventures of Kazuto Kirito Kirigaya and Asuna Yuki, two players who are trapped in the virtual world of Sword Art Online, SoW. They are tasked to clear all 100 floors and defeat the final boss in order to be freed from the game. It's just pure entertainment, with absolutely nothing else, but it's watchable and addictive. The animation is great. I love seeing the world of Sword Art Online. The threat of death creates a little tension, and watching our two main characters Kirito and Asuna fall in love is sweet and charming. But after season 1 it feels like they stretched the story for fanservice. Number 21. The Rising of the Shield Hero, Naofumi Iwatani, an easygoing Japanese youth, was summoned into a parallel world along with 3 other young men from parallel universes to become the world's cardinal heroes and fight interdimensional hordes of monsters called waves. The studio adapts most of the good arcs, while skipping the bad ones. This is a very fine isekai. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Thanks Dababy Amigas. Thank you all. See you soon in the next one. Until then, sayonara.